So good evening or good morning. Thank y'all for coming out at such an early hour. So last night at about 11:15 p.m., patrol task force officers located the vehicle they suspected had a very good suspicion that was stolen and being driven by an individual they encountered before, and that individual was believed to be armed. They encountered him. They followed him via surveillance until they got to the 11,000 block of Kaleel Road, and I'll let the Undersheriff tell you what happened at the end of that. At that stop. Undersheriff.
Hey, good morning. So as the sheriff said, last night about 11:15 p.m., some officers in a covert vehicle observed a subject in a stolen vehicle approximately around 61st and Main Street. For a little bit of history, about 2 weeks ago, the same subject was observed in the same stolen vehicle. He fled at that time. He was not taken into custody, but at that time it was confirmed that he was armed with a firearm. So last night going into this morning, those covert officers called in marked units. They followed that stolen vehicle to the 11,000 block of Kaleel Road. At that point, the subject in the stolen vehicle blacked out his car and pulled into a driveway. He then jumped out of the vehicle and they started a foot pursuit, chasing him around a couple of houses, over some fences and through some backyards. One of the officers, there was 2 officers involved in the shooting. One of those officers, actually a sergeant, deployed his taser 2 times at that subject. It's unknown if those probes made contact with the subject, but right after the taser was deployed, the subject brandished a handgun. Officers fired their weapons multiple times at that subject. The subject died at the scene. The first officer is M. Higginbotham, ID 79703. His date of hire is January 2018, and this is his first officer-involved shooting. The second officer is Sergeant M. Howell, ID 75353. His date of hire was March 2015, and this is his third officer-involved shooting. The state attorney is also on scene conducting their independent investigation, and with that, we'll take any questions.
How were you tipped off to the vehicle being stolen? Did it look suspicious, or did it match something that you were already looking for?
Yeah, as I said, they saw this car a couple weeks ago and knew it was stolen. The individual has been switching out tags, but it's still the same stolen vehicle with different tags on it.
Was anyone injured other than the people directly involved?
No, just the one individual that was in the vehicle that was armed with a handgun.
Are you still looking for anyone?
We are not.
No?
No.
Where was he shot? Was it outside a house or on the
Outside
road?
of the house. Yeah, he was in a yard, backyard.
Any idea how many shots had been?
Enough to end the threat.
Yeah, it's quite a few.
Do you know why he was going to that area? Was that somewhere where he
I don't. We don't have him identified yet, so I don't know if he lived in the area, so we're not going to release his information, obviously, until we get him positively ID'd and make next of kin.
What time did those covert officers notice the suspect?
It was about 11:15 p.m.
And then they called other officers?
Correct. That's
All
it. Thank you.
Sheriff, thank you.
Thank you.